Pro boxing fans, we are here in Manchester with me, very good friend, Don Charles. Don, how are you, sir? How's things?
Yeah, I'm very well. God is great.
Good man, good man. Let's talk about why you're here first of all. You're here in Manchester for Joyce Hergovich. One of your charges is on the card. Talk to me about him. Obviously, a lot of people might not know about the Cruiserweight that you've got here today. Talk to me about him slightly.
It's the best kept secret, I would say. Jürgen Olderda is a Cruiserweight standing right there. Right? Jürgen, come. Yeah. This is the secret in the Cruiserweight division. He's been working with myself, exactly, don't tell everyone. He's been working with myself for the last 12 months or so, 18 months to be precise. And introduce yourself, young man.
What should I say? The world's gonna know my name soon, very soon, so I don't need to introduce myself.
Yeah, they're gonna know more than your name, because this guy's his fighting ability, very good fighter, hence why I'm involved, and he's also a good human being. Above all that, he's a good person, and we're gonna do some great things together.
The future is bright, coach.
It's so bright that we're both gonna be walking around with sunglasses. Yeah, can I bring someone else? And one else very important here, Christian. Can I borrow you for a minute, please? Can I borrow you for a minute, please? This is a very unusual organic interview. This is let me stand here. Yeah, this is Christian Bucci. Christian Bucci, yeah. Christian basically is a team, a very important piece of our jigsaw, the team. He makes everything happen. All I got to do is train him, and this guy puts all the business side of it together.
He's the spirit of the team.
Correct. Tell them your name, Christian, please.
My name is Christian. You already said that.
I know, but tell them yourself. Christian who? Come on, man.
I'm what God said. But I want to wish all the best. Boxing, I have said many times, is not my profession. God have bring me this diamond, have meet me with this gentleman. I hope to make proud my country, my flag, and all the best for this event.
Absolutely, yeah.
Let me talk to you quickly. Obviously, you're the main man who has stepped in that ring. First of all, Don Charles is somebody that's very experienced in the game. He has picked up the trainer of the year, so now a lot of people know a lot more about him. We know about him and Derek Chisora and them days. But why Don Charles? In your eyes, why did you pair up with this man when there possibly could have been other trainers out there?
You know, our history is funny, if I can say it. I was supposed to come here 3 years ago and to meet a few big names, coaches. And the agent who was supposed to introduce me to the coaches said, a friend of mine suggested me a guy is called Don Charles, and we just go. I said, who he trains? Chisora. Not my style. I said, no, don't want to see him. I said, bro, let's just go. He's a good coach. I said, okay, let's go. We met together. We had 3-round session.
Correct.
And I said, cancel everything. I belong here, man. And
That's
here we
exactly
are.
what happened.
Here we are, yeah.
Don, for somebody that you obviously trained a vast array of fighters, and we're talking from 20 years ago to where we are now. You've also spoke to people like Anthony Joshua, who were on the couple when they were coming up from amateur to professional. But where did this young man, I can't even call him a young man, he's a big man who looks like he's going to beat me up.
He's only 27 years old. If you oversee get rid of the beard, and he's a young man, a very young man.
Well, no, where is he ranking in regards to the cruiserweights and the bigger guys that you've developed?
Well, he's technically he's probably one of the best I've seen, and also with all the, irrespective of Lawrence Okoli and Richard Riakpo moving up to heavyweights, we were hoping that they didn't actually, because he wanted to test himself against them, but they've moved up, so the coast is actually very clear to clean up that division. I believe he's the man to the next heir to the throne of the Cruiserweight division, and I'm not joking when I said that we have to go and prove it. He has to get in the ring and prove it, but I really do believe he's capable of cleaning up the Cruiserweight division worldwide.
How good is it for yourself then when you've got obviously Don there, but you've got different levels of fighters in that gym? You've got people from Daniel Dubois, a world champion, to Harry Armstrong, to you've got different fighters and different levels. How good is it?
Tony Yoka is with us also.
Yeah. there we go.
When I look around and I see champions like that, you know, I say to myself, this is where I belong. This is where I have to be, you know. So it just motivates me a lot.
Before I let you go, and obviously good luck to you on the weekend. It's a big card, a lot of things going on. I want to ask you about a fight that, you know, a lot of people are going to be talking about in 2 weeks' time. You're a fighter stood in front of me, famous fathers, Eubank and Benn, Cruiserweight Jr., Conor Benn. Talk to me about that fight. Does that excite you? And if it does, how do you see that fight playing out?
It's a very, very exciting fight, you know. And the what's been happening in the press conference, it's getting excited, you know. But I think Eubank is a little bit bigger and has more in it, you know. Just the size is a little bit too big for Ben.
I get that. Don, I do want to ask you, I was actually with Daniel. Obviously, I do stuff for his social media team, and I was there to obviously be there when he released the video statement, and the interview with Daniel. He's ready for everyone, man. His mentality is that he's ready for the AJs, Usyk and Parker. How's he doing so far? I know he's back in the gym. How's that going so far?
Yeah, he's first and foremost, he's well again. Like I said, he had the illness, which we had to pull him out sensibly and smartly. We're getting a lot of stick for it, but you know what? It's hard to satisfy everybody. We have to first and foremost satisfy ourselves for the safety of our fighter, for his health first before fight. We did the most sensible thing. It became apparent that we were right in pulling him out because he wanted to fight. Even after the doctors, independent doctors, have said they recommended that he didn't fight. So when I look back at it, we did the team, the father, myself, the team, we did the right decision to pull him out.
I know he got worse as well from that Thursday to that Saturday. He was a lot worse on Saturday night, so it was a good decision. But for yourself, is there a preference? Obviously, everybody is talking about that Usyk rematch, but Joseph Parker's obviously put in some great performances. I don't want to go into a back and forth between yourselves and Team Parker because that's done, and let's just get that out of the way. But for yourself, Don, is there a preference in what you want from Daniel?
A preference, the most logic should prevail here. The most logical thing for us to do in our position, being as Daniel is the current IBF world champion, if the Usyk fight is presented to us, we'd be foolish not to do that. So I'm not a hypocrite. I'm not going to stand here and say otherwise. If the Usyk fight is presented, it makes logical sense to for Daniel to have a chance. Two things here: to become undisputed. Secondly, the controversial the fight in Poland against Usyk, to avenge that defeat is a loss on his record. So it's a chance for him to equalize that loss.
Just before the fight between Daniel and Joseph that was supposed to happen, I spoke to Alex Krasic in London. He came down for the undisputed launch party, and I spoke to him and he said, listen, it makes the most sense for us to fight Daniel Dubois because he's got the IBF title. He's still got the IBF title. They won't say, it seems like they won't say, and they've always wanted it, so that does make sense. But for me, from this side, Joseph Parker, what position does that leave him in? Is that somebody that you want to pick up with later on?
It's quite simple. I keep reminding people that Joseph Parker, although we pulled out, unfortunately had to pull out through illness, he was provided with a very good fight, equivalent to the fight we had the world title. The replacement was Martin Bakole, a name that everybody was speaking about. The bogeyman, the undefeated champion of the sparring. He knocked everybody out. He's the undisputed king of sparring sessions. Yeah? Okay? So the fight that was delivered to replace Daniel was a very good name to satisfy the audience. So he had his fight. It's not like he was left without a fight. This is Joseph Parker. He had a fight, and may I add, he got paid handsomely for that fight. So I don't know what their problem is. It was a voluntary defense from our side. It was not a mandatory defense. So voluntary defenses, yeah? We're not the managers, we're not the promoters. So it's up to the promoters to dictate what happens next, not myself.
totally get that. And the last one before I let you go, because I think the weigh-in's about to start.
Yeah.
I did speak to a guy about Eubank Ben. I want to ask you, obviously, Eubank Sr. has come out and obviously still talked about the weight difference,
Yeah.
and he still worries about his son, which is normal for a father to do. As a trainer, somebody who's trained fighters for a long time, do you feel like that's going to be a big part of this fight, and do you feel like it's a bit dangerous for Chris?
Well, most definitely. If anyone should know, his father, Senior, he said his mind, and I second that opinion. That's a factor. The weight is a factor. The age, nobody seems to mention, is also a factor. Conor Benn being the younger man at his prime, yeah? Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if Ben, especially the way he fights like his father, very aggressive, yeah? And listen, if I'm gonna have to, I normally can't say to you, predict what I believe will happen. Christopher Jr. is the bigger man, granted. It depends. It depends. If he's been living the lifestyle, that's also a factor. So it's a 50-50 fight.
I'm gonna let you sign on the interview. Obviously, Don's done spoke to Don quite a bit, but you're the fighter. I want you to give a message to your people, to your fans, who should be coming out watching you fight. What do you want to say to everyone?
Just don't miss it out tomorrow. It's gonna be a very good fight, and I think tomorrow is just the beginning of a long run.
I like that. Guys, thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it, and good luck on Saturday night. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.